Hello and welcome back. Now, this is going to be a bit of a poor demonstration because I've picked the worst boss possible, as well as the fact that it's on Nightmare, so it's not going to look as impressive as potentially doing it with something like Riptide. However, the boss nuke build has been updated for pretty much spammable gravity cores because we can. It's also hilarious. The overall damage effect of this is pretty epic, especially if you get a crit, because this is one hell of a chunk of damage. Not sure if you saw that. Just keep an eye on the health bar. It's quite entertaining. This also really does work as room clears or level clears, but you kind of need to group up your enemies. Now, I am using Pride of the Iskall as well, purely for the health return, because in order to get your maximum damage up as much as possible, you need to be continually firing to build up your mod generation, which is where all your damage comes from. You don't really have, or in this setup at least, you don't really have anything to bolster your base damage. It's all about the mod damage. So you can basically just spam mods. You generate mod power very quickly and you do a hell of a lot of mod damage. In total, the overall effect of this is just stupid, and the more you can get things to group up, the more damage you do, obviously. As I said, this is pretty much one of the worst bosses to actually showcase this on. However, I do feel for Claviger on Apocalypse, this is a pretty decent showcase, as it were. Probably could have taken a bit less damage, but it also does highlight the reason for why I'm using the Pride of Iskall. Now, overall, this is more of a team boss build. This is something that you wouldn't really typically use solo, more of a in a team as that one guy to do massive damage against the boss while everyone else solves the issue of ads. This does struggle against single targets due to the simple fact that you don't really have much damage coming from the actual weapon. It is all mod based, but the moment you get that mod up, all bets are off, and it does just become funny from there. This is going to be Claviger's last few seconds. As you can see, all we're doing really is building up a bit more mod power and just firing off a good bit of the old cheeky gravity core. And the end result is just, night night Claviger. It was an absolute pleasure knowing you. So for this build, as you can quite possibly tell, I am using Labyrinth as well as Galenic Charm for the maximum amount of damage possible from the mod. From there, it is just Gift of Iskall and Burden of the Follower. Gift of Iskall because it generates mod power over the course of time, as well as Burden of the Follower simply because of the 100% increase in mod power generation. Pride of Iskall is a personal choice for me. You don't have to go with that. If you're a little bit better at managing your health than I am, then go with whatever you feel. And the melee weapon is also there just for show, really. Don't really plan on using it. But in the meantime, have fun, good luck, and don't die. It's bad for the health.